Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm going to be making molds using the amazing clear cast resin by Amazing Products. This one I never used before. I've used the amazing casting resin, obviously also by Amazing Products. And in the box you get two 8-ounce bottles. You get the B side and the A side. I don't know why I showed the B bottle first, but I did. You also get two measuring cups, and they measure up to 2 tablespoons. And you get a mixing stick, which is a popsicle stick. And I pulled out 2 illuminate powders in the gold and the pearlescent, and they are 1-ounce jars. And I took this out but never used this, the illuminate red dye, and that's to color your resin when you mix it, especially the clear resin because it's, clear. And the pink mold is an ice cube tray, obviously at the Flamingos, and I picked that up at the 99-cent store a couple months ago. The orange ones are from Mod Podge, and I took those out to use in case I had any extra resin left after pouring the resin into the Flamingos. Don't want to waste it. And you can see I never used the gold powder before, so I have to open that. And the powders, I have 6 of them. I don't know if they make any more, but I have the pearlescent and the gold, obviously, the copper, the silver, and the bronze, and also the gunmetal. And they're all really nice. And I'm using a really long paintbrush because the regular size paintbrushes I have from Artisoft are all yucky because I had them since I started art journaling, which was like 6 or 7 years ago. So I have an idea what I want to do. I just have to do it. It's one of those projects that's in your head. So stay tuned. And I want to say I didn't speed up this video. That's wrong. The majority of this video is not speed up. It's in real time because I figured it wasn't too long. I did edit some stuff out so it wouldn't bore you too much. But toward the end, when I took the mold out the next day, which is the day I'm doing this voiceover, I did record that and I did speed that up about half, about 50%. And originally what I wanted to use for this video was the casting resin, but I couldn't open one of the bottles. It was like stuck like glue. It would not budge. My hand was hurting from trying to opening that bottle. So I decided to forget it and use the clear resin, and figured that when I try to open that bottle again, I'll do another video because I need a lot of these flamingos. So as the day of this voiceover, I finally got that bottle open thanks to a nutcracker. So someday soon I'll be doing that video as well. And I'm using the flamingos for my tags for the tag swap for PETA Fest next year, April 2017. So I'll need lots of flamingos, so I'll definitely be using the casting resin. And I put a little too much of the gold metallic powder in the alphabet mold. You'll see me trying to get the excess off right there. So now we got the powders all in the molds and putting the lids on, so I don't want to accidentally spill anything. Now I'm getting ready to mix my resin. And you take, I never use this, so I gotta open bottles. With this resin, you have to measure the two parts equally. And I tried to make sure that was done, but with this wonderful lighting I have, it was kind of hard to do. Excuse me, it was kind of hard to do. But I think I managed to get them measured equally. And I'm going to show you the cup, because they have 3 different measurements. I was trying to see, you get the ounces, the tablespoons, which I was going by, and then the cc millimeters. And I'm going by the tablespoon. And the A side is kind of thick. And I think I measured up to 1 tablespoon in each part. Like I said, my wonderful lighting, it made it hard to see. Putting the lid on that. And of course, I was called away right before I got to the pouring the B part, and I went to pour the molds. I came back and did the B part and mixed the molds and pouring that part in the resin in the molds, and then I realized that I didn't hit the record when I came back. But luckily I had to make more. So pouring the B side, and the B side is a lot thinner than the A. Now I'm pouring the A. And according to instructions, you measure equal amounts of A and B by volume, the measuring cups. And you pour into another cup. I'm using like one of those bathroom cups. It's, not Dixie, it's an off-brand. You pour those two A and B together, and you wait till the bubbles to rise and pop before mixing. So now I'm pouring both parts in. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. Well, obviously not now, but I will be zooming in so you guys can see. Making sure I get every last drop of that part, because it is thicker. And you slowly mix thoroughly until no swirls are seen. Of course I zoom in and my hand's in the way from mixing it. So I got it all mixed and I'm getting ready to pour in the extra, I think I had 2 extra, or yeah, I had 2 left that I needed to pour. And I don't fill all the way to the top because I didn't need to. And for this resin, this one cures a lot slowly. The work time, you get a half hour to 40 minutes. And then the mold time, between 24 and 48 hours. But I did this last night, well, I'm recording this, doing the voiceover on the 25th of May. And I did the molds on the 24th of May. I didn't wait a whole 24 hours or even 48. This morning, I went to check on them and they were, hardened. So I demolded them. And now I'm pouring the excess into I think this one, excuse me, I forget what this mold is called, but Mod Podge, I think it's flowers. And I have more left, so I'm pouring it into the alphabet one. I don't do the whole one because I knew I wouldn't have enough resin left to do the whole alphabet. I think I did like the first 3 rows, or maybe 4. Because these letters aren't that big, so I got a lot of letters out of it. And this afternoon, since I demolded these in the morning, I mixed up some more resin. I didn't film this because you already see the process. And I mixed up more of the clear resin and did another batch of flamingos, which are 10 in that ice cube tray, and more of those alphabet letters. And I used the gunmetal and the silver in that batch. You can see I poured a little too much in some of the letters, so I'm trying to push some of that resin into an empty one. So later that night, I set them on a TV tray away from my desk so I wouldn't touch them. And now we're in the next morning, and I zoomed in, and I am demolding them. That was a little hard to do, so that's why I'm not in camera, because I had to hold it a little bit close to push those babies out. And like I said, this one I did fast forward or speed up this part of the video to 50% in Movie Maker, because I didn't want you to be bored while I was fighting with the ice cube tray. But they were kind of easy to get them out, kinda being the keyword. They turned out really nice, and they are kind of soft after I took them out. Even now, which is 5 o'clock on Wednesday, the 24th of May, they are still kind of pliable, but over time that will, they will harden up. Excuse me. And that's what the gold looks like. They came out really cute. And I'll have pictures at the end of the video so you can see what they all look like. And that powder, it cleans up really well with a baby wipe. I think I did 4 of the gold and the rest in the pearlescent. In my second batch that I have curing, I did 5 of each. I did 5 in the gunmetal and 5 in the silver. And those came out kind of cool, nice too. I liked the gold more. Now these came out really easy. And on one of those flowers, one of the daisies, the bigger daisy, I still had some powder left from when I was using this mold previously. So that was kind of cool. And now for the letters came out easy too, and they came out really nice. And the little droplets of resin that fell on that mold, that came up really well. So all that cleaned up really well. And like I said, the extra powder that you see on that mold, just take your baby wipe and wipe that off. So, like I said, I'll have videos at the end of this video of everything that I molded. And that's it for now.